Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AAU Open Starcraft Finals. I am Cameron Harris.
I'm Sean Shannon.
And we are going to be bringing you this entire match between a Protoss player and a Terran player. Now, this is going to be a very interesting matchup, I think.
This is going to be excellent. I've seen these players play. They are absolutely brilliant at this. Protoss and Terran, that is a match to die for in this game.
Now, why is that? What are the strengths and weaknesses of Terran versus Protoss?
Terran are very strong at playing very defensively. Their siege tanks can be easily used to defend as well as attack. Now for the Protoss, they're versatile. They can do whatever they want. They can teleport, they can blink, they can pretty much just dominate the battlefield if they need to.
Interesting. So we're going to see a lot of that in play. Now, typically, if you're playing, let's say, a Zerg match, that usually, you're going to see a lot of action very early on in the game. Are we going to see that here?
No, this is going to be much slower early on, but as you keep going in the game, the late game is going to be intense. It's going to be insane. If the Terran player can pull off nukes, it's going to be legendary.
Excellent. All right, well, let's meet the players, shall we? On the Protoss side, we have Peter. He is a multimedia communications major, a very big fan of video games, as you might imagine, being a Starcraft player. On the other side, the Terran player is Cornelia, and she is an illustration major, big fan of books. So new media and old media mixed together. And we're just about to get into the match here. Again, Terran versus Protoss, and this should be very, very interesting. So what are we going to be looking for very early on in the game?
Very early on in this game, we're going to be looking for see how the players react to what they do and see if they start scouting early on. Okay. This map is a Korean-based map. So so some players are going to see something they haven't seen before.
Right. It's
a very large map, very easily to expand early on. Mm-hmm. We're going to see if the players take advantage of this map.
That is the question. And of course, we'll have to watch those choke points in the middle of the map where all the troops are going to have to funnel through early on if they want to actually, as you said, scout or attack.
Yeah. And especially they have a lot of places to ambush. They have a lot of places to just take cover from.
Right. And we also have some, we'll see once we get into the match here, but we have some towers in the middle of the game that could be strategically very important.
Yes. The Xel'Naga towers in the middle of the map can be easily used to scout around the area, and they're in prime position to either be ready for an ambush or ready to stop an ambush.
And here we go, getting into the match right now.
So as you can see, in the beginning, the starting areas are going to be at the top right and the bottom left of the map. As you can see already in the beginning, there's going to be easy expansion right there. And as we're about to see, here we go. All right, so we're looking at the starting Terran player. It looks like she's beginning to work on some workers.
Harvesting some minerals, that's obviously very important, and Protoss player doing the same.
All right, so let's have a look around. Let's have a look at the middle of the map right now.
Yeah, if we look at the middle, because this is where a lot of the conflict is going to happen as the players move towards each other.
As you see, you have a little stick bottleneck right there, and the two Xel'Naga towers at either side. Easily, if the player... Oh, here we go. The Protoss player is sending out a scout as one of the probes to see what her opponent is doing.
Now, that's very good to see that early on, because that means you're going to get information a lot sooner, and that could give the Protoss player an edge.
Very definitely. So now let's see what they're gonna find. Oh, we can already see that the Terran player is building a supply depot right at the entrance.
Very good to see.
And whoa! Look what we have here. The player is blocking both the geysers of the Terran player. This is going to take time to destroy those geysers if they get built.
So now that's going to be the source of Vespene gas, which you need to build a lot of the more advanced troops, right?
Yep, and right now the Protoss player is not only blocking them, but also putting down one of their own suppliers, to where possibly later on in the game the Protoss player can change their main troop unit building into teleporting troops to the main Terran area if the Terran doesn't see where that nexus is.
Now that is a trick. Now the Terran obviously not doing too much scouting right here, and we should point out that Cornelia is the Terran player, and Peter is Protoss, and just kind of hanging out around the minerals right now.
All right, so let's see what the Terran player is doing right now, if we could switch to that.
Yeah, Protoss obviously very aggressive. What's Terran doing
Oh,
here?
Terran's going for an early expansion right now, already starting to get more minerals. Oh, and it looks like as the Terran player is scouting as well and he's fighting off a probe. The Terran player doesn't seem to be doing much about the two Vespene gas right now, but looks. Oh, he already found the middle. All right.
Now, Vespene gas not really a huge, not a huge deal in the early game. It doesn't
No,
seem
not
like.
at all. But the Protoss player blocking those off right now gives them an early start to Vespene, where the Terran player will have to destroy those two Vespene geyser gatherers.
So you're delaying that late game troop building there.
Yeah, but the Terran player is already building a barracks, so that he could possibly start building Marines to destroy those Vespene geyser. Oh, and with that, he is blocking off the entrance and building a second command center to do even more expanding.
Wow, so we're actually seeing some very, very fast and early expansion here. Now, could the Terran player be sort of stretching himself, spreading himself too thin here?
Possibly. I mean, if we can have a look at the Protoss player, we see if the Protoss player is already building up any units at the moment. If we can get a chance to look at the Protoss player right now.
We'll have to see. Terran obviously doing quite a bit of work right
Already
now.
getting out a Marine, possibly to build up destroy the Vespene to give them a chance at it.
And we're not seeing too much conflict right now, but that's not unusual for a match like this. You want to build up your troops before you even start to think about attacking here.
Yeah. Alright. And so it also looks like the Terran player has almost finished with their third command center, sorry. And is going to be sending that down to this third spot.
Upgrade.
Very interesting.
Very quick expansion.
Though the two sides are actually pretty equally matched in terms of troop numbers. They're both burning through minerals very quickly. They are being very aggressive with their building here.
Oh, definitely, and very likely it's going to help them out. Now, I don't know about the Vespene geysers, but maybe the Terran player can pull this off. I mean, he's expanding really quickly.
And those expansions have their own Vespene gas sources, so maybe he doesn't have to worry about the Protoss blocking. And, oh man, we are getting a lot of troops building here, so we're going to get... I wouldn't be surprised if we see a conflict here very quickly. Starting to work on the Vespene gases, so he's starting to break down that block there.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems like the Marine... Oh, he started out with Vespene Geyser and building a new blockade point right there.
So Terran doing a lot of work here, expanding very quickly. That's going to be really difficult for Protoss to do anything about that for a while.
Yeah, definitely. Now can we have the... Yeah. Alright, oh, here we go. Okay. He's building up some units, but nothing too fast at the moment. Not like the Terran player.
Peter's definitely been busy, but he's taking it slow. He's being a little bit more deliberate here.
Definitely. I don't know if the Protoss player is going to pull this off very well, because the Terran player has already built up several Marines right now, and the Protoss player hasn't built anything at the moment.
That is the trick. So technically right now, if the Terran player were to go for a push, the Protoss player wouldn't have too much in the way of being able to defend that.
Yeah, but given time, Protoss player could probably go for a good, nice victory late game, but he's going to have to work for it.
Protoss, as you said, much more versatile. Though it's funny, Terran, you said, we're much more defensive, but our Terran player here is being much more aggressive.
He's being very aggressive, expanding out everywhere he needs to be, building up his minerals, getting everything done. Oh, here we go. Here's some units.
Our first fight of the match, ladies and gentlemen.
A very quick end for the Marines.
So Protoss actually able to dispatch that quite nicely.
Yeah, already has several zealots, but I think the Terran player was just giving a nice poke just to make sure the Protoss player is still there and still trying to fight this.
More of a probe rather than an all-out attack. Just wants to see what's going on.
All right, let's have a look at the Terran player, see what they're expanding. All right, already got supplements and Marauder out just in case the Protoss player builds up some mechanical units to fight with. Wow, already expanding well, and a factory and a starport already built up. Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. All right.
Very impressive here.
The Terran player has built up some expansions for his construction buildings, but then has built it for that building and then brought up the building so that the other building could get on it for free on his own. It's very impressive indeed.
Now, he's got a lot of troops here. He's building up a pretty decent army. What do you think is going to be best here? Do you think it would be better for him to hold back and wait for the Protoss player to come to him, or should he just plow ahead and just smash into the Protoss base?
I think he should plow ahead, but also remain a little back. Remain a little back, because the Protoss player can easily destroy the Marine units, but if the Terran player takes too long, the Protoss player will win.
Because the longer you let Protoss just build up units, the harder it's going to be to actually fight them off and break through. So we've got a convoy going out here.
All right, they're moving up. The Marines have not been upgraded with their shields yet, but it's getting close to that point.
They're just relying on their numbers right now, it looks like.
Yeah, let's hope that they can pull this off.
All right, now it looks like they're going more for the middle of the map, scouting out a little bit. They might be going for one of the towers.
Yeah. All right, let's see if they're going to start pushing into the base. If not, they might be just holding back and waiting for some upgrades, just gathering some more minerals.
That might be a smart thing. As you said, Terrans are much more defensive, so getting some shields, getting more hit points available, that would be a smart thing to do here.
Be very great for him. All right, so they're expanding quick. Oh, it looks like the Protoss player again blocked one of the Vespene geysers.
Very aggressive there, though. It doesn't seem to be doing much to the Terran player. He's
moseying on, man. All right. So now they've built up some more units. They might be pushing against the Protoss base now, but
another convoy coming in.
Oh, they got some medevacs. They're ready to drop them in the enemy base without having to worry about breaking in.
Nice, and the medevacs are going to heal those units too.
At the same time as they're building in, yeah.
So that could be their defensive strategy right there. Why bother with shields if you can just regenerate that health?
Exactly. All right, this is gonna be excellent. He's setting up to be ready to go in at all sides, it looks like. Or he's just being ready to fight anywhere.
Flanking the Protoss base.
Yeah, definitely.
Scouting out a little bit more. More expansions that we really haven't, the Protoss player has not taken advantage of yet.
No, not at all. It's a bit surprising the Protoss player isn't doing more. I feel like the Protoss player should be more aggressive at this point.
Little bit of conflict there.
Oh, all right. So the Protoss player is ready for a backdoor drop at the moment, but
that's a big cluster of Marines right there.
He's getting ready. Okay. All right. Let's zoom back to the Terran base. See what they're building up.
Because that's a lot of units, and it looks like we've got even more on the way.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
And first conflict. Here we go.
All right, they've broken into the base. Let's see how the Protoss player responds to this. They're inside the base, and I don't believe that the Protoss player has any of their units inside their base. They're all outside.
The Terran player is taking absolutely no damage here. Oh no, there we go. There we go. So taking a little bit of damage.
They can see that some of the fortifications are there.
Medevac seems to be dealing with that quite nicely, though.
Now
here we go. Here we go.
There's a blinked in, and the Terran player pugs out.
Not a bad idea there. That's the thing with Protoss, is that they can just pop out of nowhere when you least expect them.
Very excellently done. Oh, very nice, very nice. The Protoss player has built another base deep in the territory, past the Terran defenses. Very, very nicely done.
So we're seeing a little bit of expansion from the Protoss player here, being very careful about it, but that could be actually working to his advantage here.
Yeah, all right. The Terran player has expanded very aggressively, very quickly. I think the Terran player might have this in the bag, but we don't know for sure yet.
It's hard to say. Numbers alone aren't necessarily going to help you against Protoss. They can absolutely turn on a dime.
Or it looks like he's building up more, or he's upgrading the Marines to give them better shields.
Okay, so
give them more health right now.
So that's going to be a good idea. Now they're taking out a piece of Protoss there. Very nice.
So the Terran player has a Ghost Special Operations building set up. So that means that he's might be starting building out Ghosts to maybe get some nukes out there right now.
That would be good. The stealth from those Ghosts too, if he can get that upgrade, that would be very good.
He is building a Ghost. So they might be launching nukes anytime now.
And that would be a very quick GG here if they do that.
Yeah. Alright. So it looks like the Terran player is sending out a very large force to fight with. Wow, look at that movement. Some, wow, Marauders, Reavers.
Very impressive.
All right, the Terran players upgraded the Marines.
Numbers are... Man, that's a lot of medevacs. He almost has more medevacs than troops right now. Oh, no, there we go. There come the troops. All right.
All right, he is ready for a good, quick frontal assault.
Airlifting them all up. Very nice.
Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does with them. Oh, very nice. All right, let's see if he can build. If he could build a command center right there, build an expansion. That'd be very nice. It has its own bottleneck. It's already blocked off. The Protoss would have to break through to get to there.
Seems to be retreating a little bit here. Those medevacs are actually being very helpful right now because this map, I don't know if people have noticed, but a lot of cliff faces on this map. So even though you might think as the crow flies, there's a very short distance between the players, there's a lot of... Oh, here we go.
There we go. The Protoss have found the ghosts.
That is not good news for the Terran.
Let's see if they can fight off the Zealots.
Oh, we've got...
They can. All right.
Okay.
All right, let's see if the Protoss player can respond to this and see if they can find any other defensible positions to fight with. Whoa, a lot more ghosts being built. That's going to be an interesting. That's going to be interesting to see how he fights with them.
We've got a couple big groups of Terran soldiers and forces kind of clustered around the map here, just kind of holding off, waiting for orders here right now.
All right.
What the Terran player is planning for? It's hard to say here.
Definitely. All right, the Protoss player has built up their main
Two Protoss against that. No, that's no. Yeah, GG on that one.
Yeah, definitely. All right, the Protoss player seems to be building up their forces slowly, but not very quickly. I'm kind of a little disappointed in that.
Yeah, I mean, we're just seeing like tiny little clusters, 2 or 3 soldiers at the most being sent out from Protoss, and the Terran forces are they're taking them down very, very quickly.
The Terran is still building up forces even faster, even quicker. Alright, they're dropping some of the ghosts. I wonder if they're going to start dropping nukes. That would be exciting.
Might be. As I was saying before, those medevacs are bypassing a lot of these cliff faces. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. He does not have a good position because the ghost has to have a line of sight, and they can't see up ridges without the medevac.
That's going to be right. And that's something that this map has a lot of, is ridges. So
it's going to be a little difficult.
And that Protoss player, even though they may not have a lot of, Peter may not have a lot of troops out on the field, but his bases are very heavily fortified.
Oh, it looks like the Terran player has found the expansion and is aggressively destroying it.
Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that.
Wow. All right, let's see what... All right, the Protoss player is sending in forces to help defend, but
oh, this could be it. This could be a major turning point here.
All right, they are ransacking this.
The Protoss player just cannot respond to this. Look at that.
There is nothing the Protoss player can
Buildings
do about
going
this.
down. No, this is bad. This is very bad for Peter.
Right, looks like the Protoss player has lost their extensions, lost all the minerals that they have invested into this place.
Nice. Okay, so that expansion is pretty much gone at this point.
That is fully dead right there. I wonder how the Protoss player is going to respond to this.
We'll have to see. This is definitely going to hinder things. Now, do you think we'll see the Terran take over this expansion, set it up, claim it as his own?
Oh, looks like he is.
There we go.
He's going to take advantage of that, take over the expansion.
Here it comes.
Slowly lumbering in.
The new tenants are taking possession.
Let's see how the Protoss player does about this. Let's see what the Protoss players are doing.
There's a lot of Terran on the field right now.
Wow. Expanded, and more expansion.
This is going to be very difficult for the Protoss player to take
the
control
Protoss player
of.
have run out of resource in their area.
That's going to be difficult.
That's going to be very binding for the Protoss player. And it's very difficult for them to expand out.
Oh, another attack. They're attacking.
The Terran is nuking at the moment. They're trying to fight off. They're trying to destroy the command center, but I do not believe that the Stalkers are going to do it before the nuke hits.
No, they are just being. There we go. Completely ransacked. So that I believe that takes the Protoss player down to just one expansion here.
Going to bring him down to that. Very nicely done by the Terran player, I must say. Very nicely done.
A lot of troops here. I'm surprised that Protoss ran out of minerals so quickly because they didn't seem to be building nearly as quickly as the Terran player was.
I believe that they were spending a lot of their resources on their units are probably very much upgraded at the moment, but most of their budget's probably been spent into defenses rather than units at the moment.
So they have a few really good units, but they just can't compete with the numbers of the Terran.
They cannot. I don't know how the Protoss player is going to do with this. And it looks like the Terran player is now going to push to break into
They're on the move. Here we go.
Open.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here it is. Here it is, people.
They are they're knocking on the Protoss front door right now.
All right. Let's see how the Protoss player can defend himself.
This is a very heavily fortified base, so this could go either way, but I'd be very, very surprised.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, I heard.
All right, they're working to take it down. They're not even using all the troops yet. They're just sending in batches at a time. More medevacs coming in.
Medevacs dropping in units to start breaking up the defenses.
No, this could be it.
Destroyed the defenses. Now the other units are going to start charging in.
Few Protoss troops coming in, but I don't know how much. I don't know what good it's going to do.
Drones to fight with. That's a bad
That's
sign.
a very bad sign. That's desperation right there.
Extreme desperation. Right, they destroy the air forces, but the Protoss player still has to deal with the outside forces. All right, bringing in the rest of the troops.
Terran pulling back a little bit.
Pulling back so they can draw them out. Destroying the rest of the units. All right, it looks like the Terran player is probably going to break the Protoss at this moment.
Looks like it. We've only got a few more units left. One building to go.
All right, it looks like the Protoss player has lost most of their units. Losing.
Got a little bit left. A
Oh.
little bit left. Oh, come on now. Come on.
Protoss player has lost all of their aggressive units, and the wow, the Terran player is just going overkill and is going to nuke the base while they're still inside it.
Oh, that is one
overkill.
That is one way to end a game. That is definitely one way. There it
Two
goes.
nukes in one spot.
2 nukes.
Oh, this is going to be insane.
The definition of overkill right there.
Oh, good game.
GG, ladies and gentlemen. GG.
It's a very exciting game, must say.
Very exciting. Classic Terran versus Protoss right there. So that means that the win goes to Cornelia of the Terran team. Just
very good. Congratulations.
At this point, they're just wiping up the rest. That is... and that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Very nicely done. Very nice.
All right, so we are here with Peter and Cornelia. Cornelia, you were the victor as the Protoss. How does it feel?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So now, you were very aggressive as the Terran player. Now, what was the motivation behind that? What were you thinking when you first started early game?
Well, he plays Protoss, so I was kind of scared of that big Zealot Immortal Archon Colossus army, which seems to be pretty powerful right now.
Right, so you just didn't give him a chance to do that.
Yeah, I don't want him to get up to that, yeah.
Right. Now, Peter, as the Protoss player, we were commenting, you seem to be kind of holding back. You weren't expanding nearly as fast as the Terran player. Was there a particular reason for that?
No, there wasn't a particular reason. I just forgot about my probes, so I don't know why.
Yeah. All right, lot to keep in your head all at once.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I should have been faster.
Yeah. So now, on your end, you had a lot of expansions very quickly. How do you keep track of so many expansions in so many places?
Well, set location hotkeys and just check on them.
Hotkeys, that is the key, ladies and gentlemen. Hotkeys, the simplest of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was confused half the time because I was sort of expecting him to also expand really quickly. That's why I sent Marines all over the map to try and find his base, because I was thinking there was a hidden base somewhere. I was confused.
There just wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I must say that one tactic you did of putting down your own Vespene gatherers on her Vespene geysers, I believe that was a pinnacle of strategy right there. How'd you come up with that?
I don't know, I saw it once, somebody did it, and I saw that she was not expanding the second Vespene gas, so I also captured that, so she would be completely out of gas. But obviously, it didn't help.
That first sector, that was brilliantly done, I believe.
Yeah. I started good, but then I don't know why I laid back.
You got to just keep it up.
Yep.
Now that Vespine gas play, were you feeling the pressure from that at all, even in the late game?
To be honest, I went into this wanting to go with for a quick third command center. So the Vespian gas it didn't bother me at all because I just expanded immediately, which I was going to do anyway, and just took the gas there instead. I wasn't planning on a heavy gas build at the start initially, so.
Benefit of early expansions.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
got lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't find you.
Well, you found her eventually. Eventually, she was just over the whole map. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
She was all over the map. Yeah.
Well, very nice game, guys, and congratulations to Cornelia. Terran defeats Protoss in the finals.
Again.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the AAU Open Tournament. This was the final match, and we will be back hopefully in the very near future. So thank you so much, guys. GG.